and welcome to episode 2 of the NMF live sessions here at Amplitude Studios.
We're here once again bringing you the very best in Northamptonshire artists as we run up to the Northampton Music Festival, which takes place on the 22nd of June.
So let's start with a bang. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Strangers.
I'm hearing the wolf knocking at my door. Whatever I give is always wanting more. Do I close my eyes and my ears and play dumb? Is this just a battle that'll never be won? Just when I thought all my debts have been paid, like I'm walking the road in the Cirque du Soleil, throwing those knives into the back of my neck and paralyzed. Take me to the place where you go, forgetting everything that we know. Through all the fear and guilt, the city wasn't built without love. I need a release from my soul, make my body move, make me whole. Through all the fear and guilt, the city wasn't built without love, without love. Without love. There was a time when I was easily led, trapped in a cell with a gun to my head. Every day was just the same as the last, so I burned the bridges that kept me in the past. Throw my fears into the river, we can hope for something better. I might not get another lifeline, I'm paralyzed. Take me to the place where you go, forgetting everything that we know. Through all the fear and guilt, the city wasn't built without love. I need a release from my soul, make my body move, make me whole. Through all the fear and guilt, the city wasn't built without love. We gotta lose ourselves to find ourselves, lose ourselves to find ourselves, to know where we really should go. We gotta lose ourselves to find ourselves, lose ourselves to find ourselves, to know where we really should go. Hey, take me to the place where you go, forgetting everything that we know. Through all the fear and guilt, the city wasn't built without love. I need a release from my soul, make my body move, make me whole. Through all the fear and guilt, the city wasn't built without love, without love, without love. Thank you.
Okay, that was Strangers with Wolf at the door. Rafe and Davey join me now. What a great track. Love it.
Thank you, thank you.
So how did it come about?
How did it come about? One rainy night in February. We just... it was after we'd written about 8 tracks that we weren't really happy with. We were like going through a bit of a...
Dry spell, and then we just we came up with this, and we were really happy with it, loving it.
And is this going to be the new single?
Yeah, it's out in June the 2nd.
But I've noticed something because there's one person missing. You seem to have streamlined your outfit a little bit.
Piers left because he doesn't like Depeche Mode.
What is wrong with him? What is wrong with the man?
No. It was all amicable. Like me and Rafe do we do all the writing, and we're in the studio. And he kind of probably was a bit disconnected from all that. So it's just like a natural thing. We're still great friends.
Yeah, I think he just has an enthusiasm for doing something slightly different to us, and we completely respect that. And he's off doing his thing, playing in posh piano bars and making money. And
making money. Making money is the most
He's off
important.
making money.
Wonderfully dressed women in Kensington, and like
That's living the dream,
I
surely.
think
Not
actually,
this.
maybe we
Actually,
went wrong.
what?
But you also have guest singers come in because this is a girl called Lou Bird who does some singing on different stuff you do, and also Ellie Fletcher from Crystal Fighters.
Yeah.
How did that connection come about?
Actually, in Dalston, where I live, we were just at a party, and I was playing Elton John on an out-of-tune piano, and she
That is like
came
stuff
in,
of legends. That's going in an autobiography, surely.
She came in like singing. We were just getting drunk, singing tunes, and then the next day, I emailed her because that's what I do. I'm a networker.
Playing the game. But you've had quite a lot of successes. Let's move on to that. You soundtracked the Olympics with one of your tracks.
Yeah, we
Shine
did
On.
actually.
And also, there was a connection with Formula One as well. How was that experience?
Well, actually, I was in Berlin, and it was my birthday, and we were like literally like watching the TV. And actually, no, we weren't because I wouldn't have been able to watch it. My friend put it on Facebook.
Get your story
No,
straight,
wait,
Davey.
but I was in Berlin, but my friend
you
on
sure?
Facebook, yeah, I was definitely in Berlin. My friend like posted a link on Facebook of like us on the end of the credits of the Formula One.
Let's move on to the future. What is coming up next? Is there an album coming out?
Yeah, we're working on an album now. It's going to be probably out at the end of the year. And we're playing some festivals, like Isle of Wight is
Confirmed today, was that?
Oh,
That's an
nice.
exclusive. That is an exclusive, Northampton.
So that'll be good. Playing in Field 2 in the camping area, Joe. No.
the toilet empty on the stage. Yeah.
10 in the morning.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. So if anyone wants to get in touch and find out more about Strangers, how can they do so?
Strangersmusic.co.uk. That's you get all our links.
Facebook.com/Born
Yeah, but you don't need
Strangers.
to know. If you
Yeah,
go to
but
the
you can
website-
say it.
Stop arguing. You're not two married couples. Two married couples? Yeah, two married couples in one. Anyway, thank you for coming in, guys.
thanks a lot.
It's been
Thanks
really
for
good.
having
Really
us.
good.
Thank you.
So we're going to go over to something. We're going to stay on that electronic tip. We're going to go over to something a little bit different. This is Sidestalker. Check this out.
Step off. Step off. Step off.
Okay, so that was Sidestalker, aka Brett Redford, and I'm going to have a quick chat with him now. Thanks very much for coming and being here for Northampton Music Festival.
Pleasure, thanks.
I'm really enjoying all of this stuff you've got going on. I mean, you've been part of electronic music for a long time. I think, back in the day, you'd be there with piles and piles of kids.
Since 1989, yeah.
1989. So how is this different? I mean, I'm going to just have a quick chat through for people who don't know much about electronic music, about the equipment that you're using now. So you're using Ableton, if I'm right.
Ableton, yeah.
Talk us through, just very quickly in layman's terms, what it is that you're doing and how it is you're making music live through this equipment.
It's all basically color-coded. So each sound's going to have a different color. You got bass with orange, you got synths with blue, you got some drums with red, and you just whack one, trigger it. It's normally just a small piece cut out of the main song, all into different pads, and then I just work my way through the system one by one at the right points, hopefully.
Brilliant. So how do you think technology like this, and obviously in electronic music, so much has changed over recent years, and how do you think technology like this, the digitalization of dance music and electronic music in particular, how do you think that's changed things from a musical perspective, from a producer's perspective?
Well, it's made things easier. Back in the day, we used to have tons and tons of equipment, loads of keyboards. The sequencers were they were just like small units, and the displays were tiny, and you'd only have a few tracks, and your samples could only be like about a second long, and it was just hellish putting everything together.
So do you think this is more intuitive for you as a producer, as a musician?
Future, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, a lot of your sounds do reference acid house, kind of early electronic music. Where are your influences? Where does it all come from for you?
Well, this is based on a band that I used to do back in the early 90s. We used to be called Autonomy. We were only young kids, and we had our own little crew. We had MCs and dancers, and we'd put on shows for people locally and that. And that all went pretty well when we were young. And the sound back then, the early 90s sound, it's just still in there, and I just wanted to bring it back. And I noticed a lot of people that I know are still into that kind of sound as well. So everyone's been calling out for it. So I'm bringing it back the old school, yeah.
I mean, obviously, very recently we had the death of Frankie Knuckles, who was an absolute legend within electronic music. Anybody who's into electronic music will recognise that he pretty much was the godfather of house music. He's the person who invented the term house in the first place. So it's really good to see this sound kind of being pushed forward. So what do you see from that stepping on, bringing these early 90s sounds back? What's the future for you? What are we going to see coming up from you over the next few months?
Well, I'm going to be playing live in as many places as I can. Big long sets. I'm going to be pulling out about at least 2 new tunes every single week. Like you mentioned, Frankie Knuckles. I mean, for me, hopefully this is going to bring this music back a lot more. I know so many people that are still interested in it, and for me, Frankie Knuckles, that tune, Your Love, the was one of the first synth lines I tried to replicate when I was a kid. I remember being about like 12 years old with a little Yamaha keyboard, just trying to make that same sound over and over. I did tons of mixes like that. All
brilliant. So that's something for all of you 19-year-old budding music producers out there. Go back. There's more than just your kind of modern deep house stuff that's going out. Go back and listen to this early, late 80s, early 90s stuff, because it really is important. Well, thank you very much for being here as part of Northampton Music Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, Sidestalker.
Thank you for having me.
So thank you to both the bands, Strangers and Sidestalker. I really enjoyed that electro twist tonight.
And for those who've been asking, there's been a lot of interest in Northampton Music Festival. We just thought we'd take a minute now to tell you a little bit about the people behind the organisation. Northampton Music Festival is run by a group called Northampton Music 365. They're a community, not-for-profit organisation whose core objective is to raise the profile of the town through music. All the activities that you see here in all of the videos that we're doing and at the festival itself is kindly supported by our sponsors, Northampton Borough Council and the Northampton Bid, along with a whole host of other organisations who very, very kindly support us, and you can see all of their credits at the end of the show.
So what more can we say? I mean, don't forget to check the website. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. You stay classy, Northampton.
Bye.